For Jesus, marriage is a covenant, not a contract. Take a look at the vows from my wedding day to T. Will you have, the pastor asked me, my dad actually it was, will you have this woman to be your wedded wife? Will you love her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, to be to her a true and devoted husband, forsaking all others as long as you both shall live? Do you so promise? When I said, outside my now in-laws' house in their beautiful kind of backyard, when I said before God and before my family and my friends, I do, I made a promise, not only to my wife, but to God and to the community around us. I made a vow. Notice that is not a contract. There's no exception clause in there. There's no if at all. It's just I promise. There's no prenup. There's no out. It is a covenant that I am held to by integrity no matter what does or does not come. If she is healthy, or as in our case, beset by a chronic illness, if we are a good fit or more of opposites attract and then attack, if our life together is easy or hard, or even if she does not hold up her end of the promise, either way, it's a promise, it's a vow. To break that covenant is to tear apart the fabric of integrity that runs straight through my soul and yours. But the dominant view of marriage in the West, including for many of us who follow Jesus, is no longer that of a covenant, but of a contract. In a contract, two parties agree on a working relationship as long as it is mutually beneficial. But in a covenant, you give up your freedom. In faith, that true freedom is not the lack of constraint, but it is rather the right kind of constraint. And that inside the confines of a covenant, we become the kind of people who are actually free to love. A contract is based on the egoic operating system, right? I use that language on a regular basis. What I want, what I need. A covenant is based on agape, or self-giving love, to put the good of another ahead of your own. And a covenant is the one and only relational container that has the strength and stability to hold the raw power of human sexuality in all of its fierceness and its fragility, which is so much more than just a biological release. It is a one-flesh union. To hold that and to transform it in the crucible of a covenant love, to transform it from eros to agape, from lust to love, from a desire to take from another person to a desire to give to another person, from a grasping for control to a surrender to intimate love. Without a covenant, human sexuality becomes just what the reformers called incurvatus in se in Latin, or sin turned in on itself. Our egoic narcissism and our unchecked desire become the prison that travel with us wherever and with whomever we go. This is why marriage and family, if you choose that route, and not all of us do, Jesus did not, but if you do, it's the hardest thing that most of us will ever do. They don't say this at the wedding day, they should, because they force us to break out of the prison of ourself and to, over time, become, as we follow Jesus and stay together, people who are free to love.